What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. Today I'm going to be doing my unboxing and first impressions on the Samsung Galaxy A51. You guys have asked for this, so I had to deliver. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, I'm super excited about this device. Now, about the price of this device starting off, because that's pretty much the thing that most people want to know about this device. Now, I've seen a few listings on Amazon and on B&H Photo, and that's in between $330 to $340. But there isn't an exact price on this phone yet. Not sure why, but it should be on Amazon soon, and I'm feeling like it's going to be in between, the $299 to $329 ballpark. So until I have a definite price on this phone, I'm not going to go ahead and talk a lot about that. But let's go ahead and start this unboxing. Now, before that, I want to talk a little bit about the color and the specifications and a few different things, because I know you guys want to know pretty much the meat about this device. So first and foremost, we have a pretty big phone, 6.5 inches Infinity-O display. So we are going to get that camera in the middle, the floating camera that we see on the Galaxy Note 10 and a few other devices. This is also going to have Corning Gorilla Glass 3, which is cool. And we're gonna have this in 5 different colors. We're gonna have pink for the ladies, we got blue, we got white, we got crushed black, and we got prism. Now, I don't know if this is prism or blue. I'm not 100% sure. Probably should have checked that before I did this video, but it is a really, really dope color nonetheless. I'm gonna say it's prism because blue I just feel like would be a little bit darker than that. This is also going to be a Super AMOLED display, and me and my friend Kevin Breeze were actually looking at the display, and there seems to be a difference between the A50 and A51. So we're seeing a bit more cooler color on this device, other than the A50, because usually Samsung's screens have really, really like deep saturation, and this looks like a little bit of a cooler display. So that's kind of nice to see, kind of changing the wheel a bit. The screen is also going to be 1080p. Same as the A50, 1080p Super AMOLED. We're gonna have a 405 ppi, which is actually pretty high, and we're gonna have a 20:9 aspect ratio. Now, for our front-facing camera, we will be having a 32 megapixel front-facing camera. We're gonna have 128 gigabytes of SD card expansion in this phone. And this phone goes from 4 to 6 gigabytes of RAM. So if you guys did not know that, they do have a 4 gigabyte and 6 gigabyte variant. Also inside this device, we will not have any wireless charging. So just gonna go ahead and say that now. Now, it's not really a big deal. I had the Galaxy Note 9, the Note 10, a few Galaxies, the S9, S8, S7. I've never used wireless charging. Like, I would try it out. It's really cool. I don't want to call it a gimmick, but I really didn't get into wireless charging too much. And yeah, I don't really care about that. And it seems to be like most of you don't care either. There's also an in-screen fingerprint sensor on this screen, so we're not going to have it on the back or side. This is in-screen, so we do have the bionic fingerprint sensor, which is actually really cool. Now, as for a rear-facing camera, we actually have a 4-camera setup, which is pretty unorthodox to see on a mid-range or budget phone. We're gonna have a 48 megapixel, 12 megapixel ultra wide, 5 megapixel depth sensing, and a 5 megapixel macro. So this camera so far, and the A50's camera, has definitely blown me away. So I'm very, very intrigued by the A series just because of the cameras. The cameras have been very, very nice. I actually just dropped a photo I took with the A50 on my Instagram. So if you guys wanna check that out, really amazing stuff. I was so surprised by that picture. Honestly, you guys really need to check that out at tech.right. My latest photo on there is the A50. Insane stuff. We're also going to have portrait mode on the front and back of this device. And the processor in this device is going to be a Samsung Exynos 9611. Also, for the video recording, we are going to have 4K. So just saying, we do have 4K here. We don't see that on a lot of mid-range phones and or budget phones. But we're gonna see if this 4K can actually do well on this device, because most of the time on budget phones, it doesn't really do great. So hoping this one's going to be decent. Also, for the battery capacity, we're gonna have a 4,000 milliamp, 15 watt fast charging capability in this device. So that's also great to see. And Android 10 software. So now that I burnt all of you out, we're gonna finally go ahead and unbox this. All right, everyone, so we're gonna go ahead and take this box off. Now, we have the phone right here. Really, really sexy color. Nice stuff. We'll save the best for last. First and foremost, we have our 15-watt fast charger right here, so we're gonna have fast charging in this device. Next, we have our USB Type-C cable, so that's great to see, no pun intended. And we also have some earbuds in here. I'm very, very curious to see how good these are, but it's really cool that Samsung went ahead and did that. Now, that is all that is in this box, but of course, the instructions and everything else were caught at the top of the box, so let's go ahead and open this up. So on the back of this, I didn't see this at first, but we have our SIM tray ejector tool. Naturally. All right, guys, so we have a few cool things right here. Well, one cool thing, instructions, honestly, most people don't even read them. But we have a pretty cool thing right here. We have a silicone TPU case right here. So that's really, really nice to see that we get an in-house case. So really cool stuff. Nice touch, Samsung. Next thing we have right here is the warranty card, the quick start guide, and the quick start guide in Espanol. All right, everyone, so back to the phone. Let's go ahead and boot this up. So first and foremost, I'm gonna show you around the body. Now the right side, we do have our power button, which actually doubles as a Bixby button. I don't know anyone who wants to use that, but this is the Bixby button as well. And just above that, we have the non-space volume up and down rocker. All right, back of the phone, we have that sexy paint job that we see that I think is Prism. This has to be Prism. Okay, so we see these little lines right here. So yeah, this is Prism. This is the Prism color. Just found that out right now. That's actually really cool. Obviously, the Samsung logo on the back of the phone, and we're popping to the cameras right here. So we have a 4-camera setup. This is where most of the meat is on the phone. Obviously, as I said before, our main camera is going to be 48 megapixels. Our next camera is going to be 12 megapixels, and that's going to be ultra wide. After that, 5 megapixels with depth sensing. And after that, our 4th camera is actually going to be a 5 megapixel macro camera. So that's really cool. All right, everyone, so the bottom of the phone, we have our noise canceling mic. We have our speaker. Now I'm gonna check in this video in a little bit if this is actually a stereo speaker that's paired up with the headset. If it is, that's really cool. In the middle, we have a USB Type-C port. And on the left, we have our 3.5mm headphone jack. Left side of the device, obviously, we have our SIM tray right here. And you can actually expand this via micro SD card up to most likely 256 gigs of storage. Also, top of the device, we have our noise canceling mic all by itself. All right, guys, so getting to the front of the phone, we have the 32 megapixel front-facing camera right there. That's just gonna be floating on the screen once you turn the screen on. And just above that, we have our headset tucked away right above that. So that's actually really cool. But we're gonna see how cool this display is in a second. All right, everyone, so we turn this on. Obviously, we have the Mickey Mouse background. We got to go ahead and rep Disney out there. But let's go ahead and use the fingerprint sensor, see how quick this actually is. So let's go ahead and try this out. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, pretty accurate. Let's go ahead and try this again. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that's a decent fingerprint sensor. Let's try that one more time. Okay, cool. So we just had to press it, leave it, and it actually worked right there. Now, obviously, we're gonna have this display that actually hides the camera away. Looks like a floating dot, as we saw on the Galaxy Note 10 and a few other devices. So I thought that was really, really cool. Now, if we do the swipe down menu, we are actually gonna have our Wi-Fi, our sound, Bluetooth, auto rotate, airplane mode, flashlight, power mode, mobile data, mobile hotspot. You can actually link to Windows, so if you want to link to your computer, you can go ahead and do so. Also, we have our blue light filter if you guys want to go ahead and turn that on at night so you don't strain your eyes. We also have location, smart view, do not disturb, and secure folder. Now, if you scroll to the right, we have our always on display. That's one of my favorite features of this phone, actually. We have our phone visibility. We have sync, edge lighting, which is really, really cool. So it says change how notifications are displayed when they block less of the screen. So lighting style, we have a spotlight effect. You can go ahead and turn that on if you want to, but it basically lights up the sides of the phone. Super dope. Also, we have Dolby Atmos, which is honestly a joy when you listen to any sort of music or watch a movie. Honestly, it just makes the sound much better. We have deeper tones, and it basically feels more real, essentially. We also have Kids Home if you guys give your kids the phone. This is basically a feature to where you can regulate where your kids consume. So that's a good feature to turn on if you let them use the phone. We also have dark mode, we have Bixby routines, and we have focus mode. Now, after all that, just first impressions, the screen is beautiful, especially for the price. This is pretty much a mid-range phone for $329. I know people like Marcus Brownlee will be like, no, this is a budget phone. Anything under $500 is a budget phone. I go by Flossie Carter's rule of like 250, anything under 250 or lower. That's a budget phone right there. So shout out to Floss. Beautiful screen, honestly. Yeah, very, very snappy actually. I didn't think this was going to be that snappy. Also, we have Android 10 on this device if you guys didn't know already. We're going to go ahead and test out the camera really quick. Let's go and test this out. All right, everyone. So we're going to take a front-facing photo real quick, and I'll get back to you right now. All right, everyone. We took a front-facing photo with the Galaxy A51, and I have to say, this is really, really good. Everything looks really nice. The colors look very, very natural like they do in real life. The edge detection is really good as well. But the colors are the thing that honestly surprises me, because we see a lot of saturation on other Samsung devices, and this one doesn't seem to overpower with saturation on this device. So really beautiful stuff right here. Very clear and cut, very nice photo. Now this isn't anything like a flagship phone, but this is really nice, especially for the price tag that can be released at. Also, some other modes we see on here are live focus. We have video. Obviously we can shoot in 4K, is our highest resolution on our rear facing camera. Now going into more, we have pro, panorama, macro, food, night. We have super slow-mo actually. So for the fans of super slow-mo, we do have that. And we have slow motion and hyperlapse, which is actually pretty cool. Now above we have these two tabs right here. We have Bixby Vision, and we have another really cool one. This is AR emoji. Now basically this is Samsung's play on what Apple does with the basically with the animated characters of yourself. So if you want to do that, you guys can go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and show you. Basically you basically make your own little character, and it goes over your face and stuff like that. Pretty gimmicky stuff, but again, it's really cool if you like that type of stuff. We saw this on other flagship devices from Samsung. Pretty cool. Now I know a lot of people are going to ask this, do we have 1080p 60 frames per second? We do not on this device. We only have 2400 by 1080p 1440, and we also have 4K. So we do not have that 60 frames per second on here. Honestly, I couldn't really care too much. A lot of people though really like that, so maybe add that next time. The other thing we have on this camera is we also have ultra wide mode. As you guys can see right here, widens whatever you're trying to take a photo or video of. That was really cool, as you guys can see. So we do have a different lens just for ultra wide mode, so I thought that was really cool. But yeah guys, this was merely an unboxing. I just want to check out a couple more things, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But let's go to YouTube and see how the speakers are and how the video is. So we are watching a 1080 60 frame per second video right now, and it looks absolutely gorgeous on this screen. This looks super, super good. Also, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the speakers right now. So this isn't a stereo speaker, meaning it's not going to be utilizing the headset, but only the bottom speaker. But the thing is, this thing bangs. You can actually feel the vibration at the back of the device. This is a very, very loud speaker, but if you go ahead and cover it up, you guys really can't hear anything. But nonetheless, this is an amazing speaker right here. All right, everyone, so what are my first impressions on the Galaxy A51? As soon as I held this phone in my hand, it immediately made me think of the Galaxy Note 9 and its edges and stuff like that. Honestly, this is a beautiful phone, beautiful color. Great camera so far, great speaker, great display as I said before, and we have an in-screen fingerprint sensor as well, and a 4000 milliamp battery. So for the price, which is probably gonna be in between $329 to $350, I believe, I feel like this is a very, very solid device. Very, very nice stuff right here as a mid-range device or a lower mid-range device. Really, really enjoying this. I'm gonna do many more videos on this device. But I have to say, definitely fell in love with this device. Really do like it. But if you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit that like button, as well as subscribing if you're not a part of the Tech King already. Hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. This has been Stefan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.